I'm Devorah Wallen, and I'd like to share my Tea for Two, my Torah thought for 2 minutes, more or less. After the 2 weeks hiatus from the regular Torah portion, this week we finally read Acharei Mos, which means after the death. The portion begins, "And the Lord spoke to Moses after the death of Aaron's 2 sons, when they drew near before the Lord, and they died." As you may recall, they brought an offering that Hashem did not request, which was called a strange fire. There are many commentaries on this incident. Some say that they were drunk, others say they expired from ecstasy from their spiritual fervor. Then the Parsha discusses the proper way to bring offerings. Toward the end of the Parsha, forbidden relationships are delineated. Probably one of the most important and enigmatic themes is the Azazel, the scapegoat. Aaron, the high priest, was commanded to offer a sin offering and the Azazel, the scapegoat, on behalf of all the Jewish people. The verse says, "And Aaron will lay both of his hands upon the head of the live goat and confess over it all the iniquities and transgressions of all the Israelites, whatever their sins, putting them on the head of the goat. And it shall be sent off to the wilderness through a designated agent." This animal would be sent to a cliff and hurled to its death, taking the sins of the people with it. The Talmud in Yuma explains that both goats, the one that is offered to Hashem and the Azazel that is sent to its painful death, must resemble each other in every way. They need to be the same size, appearance, financial value, etc., even though their destinies would be totally different. One would be elevated as an offering to Hashem, the other hurled to its death over a cliff, La Azazel. With this system, all the Jewish people would be forgiven and begin again with a clean slate on Yom Kippur. Hashem's mercy is truly visible here. He comes along with us in our impurity and suffers along with it, then forgives us and lets us begin again. The verse says, "And he shall purge the shrine from the defilements of the children of Israel, from the rebellions and all their unintentional sins. He shall do likewise to the tent of meeting, which dwells with them amidst their defilements." Fortunately, we have an unconditional relationship with Hashem, so that even when we are not perfectly well behaved, we are fully accepted. Rabbi Yosef Ber Soloveitchik shares an apt metaphor in his commentary on this verse. He says, "We know from daily experience that a father loves to stand beside his baby's cradle and rock it when the baby is clean. If the baby dirties his diaper, the father will often immediately call to the baby's mother to clean the baby while he stands aside. The mother, on the other hand, is constantly ready to clean the baby and do all necessary unpleasant tasks. So it is in the spiritual world. The Creator relates to us as a mother relates to her child. He hears the cries resulting from a man's spiritual crisis and immediately appears to offer help. At that moment, the Holy One, blessed be He, does not make an accounting of the previous sins the man may have done. When man finds himself in overwhelming distress, the Shekhinah, Mother, strengthens her efforts. The Shekhinah is present in the moment that a man is in distress and suffers from spiritual crisis and dwells with them amidst their defilements. The Holy One, blessed be He, becomes impure, as it were, from the iniquities of the children of Israel. Sin is contaminating, and even the Holy One, blessed be He, as it becomes contaminated. But the Shekhinah never departs completely from any Jew, no matter how far he has gone or how deep he has immersed himself in sin. God is there after man's sins. He remains hidden in the inner recesses of the heart of even the worst evildoer until the moment arrives when he remembers his Maker, renounces his ways, and repents." End quote. May we all remember when challenges beset us that even in our darkest moments, Hashem's Shekhinah is with us in our pain, supporting and strengthening us with her unconditional motherly love.